Now, you know, we've got the coolest experts on Cityline, and we like to showcase some of the amazing things they work on when they're not here in the studio with us. So joining us to talk about styling on movie and TV sets is Janielle Mckoy, because that's what she does. That's what you do.
That's what I do.
That's what you do, and you do it very well. So people may not know that you worked as a stylist. You were a buyer for some very cool shows and movies. So we want to name drop a little bit now, because we like to guess you up here on Cityline. What have you worked on?
Well, I've been blessed to work on some amazing projects. One of the ones that came to my mind is The Boys season 3 it was on Amazon.
Yeah.
I also got to work on this amazing movie called Sneakerella, where I actually had to design sneakers, which was really cool.
Yeah.
And of course, I styled a specific somebody for a cover, Cityline, Miss Tracy Moore, which was amazing.
And what I loved about your styling was that I was like, you pulled me stuff and I was like, ooh, it's not quite what I love. Like, I know what I need to be in right now. I drank 7,000 bottles of wine and ate millions of loaves of bread over the pandemic. I was like, I think I want like a skinny jean, a tall boot. You're like, done.
Done.
And that's what you need. You need people that will style your body.
Exactly.
Not everyone is a size 2. You want someone who understands your proportions.
Talk about it.
So well done. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Now, can you tell us a fun or crazy story from set or from working on any of these sets?
I think during the pandemic was the craziest, because as a costume buyer, you're supposed to go out into stores and buy clothes.
Yeah.
So stores weren't open.
Yeah.
So I had to rely a lot on online shopping and literally hope and pray that it would come on time and that the item would look like what I saw on the screen. So yeah, that was pretty much a crazy situation. So yeah, it was amazing though.
That's tough, and I'm sure you learned a lot of lessons about online shopping.
Tons.
So you're going to show us some essential tools and hacks that you use sort of every day as a stylist, and they're helpful for all of us to use as well. So first off, you say you think lint rollers are it. Like, this is always what you need on set.
Absolutely, absolutely. And not just on set, but every day.
Yeah.
Like having one in your car, in your purse is super essential.
Okay.
So of course we've all seen this one here, the sticky lint roller.
Yeah.
It does the job, super effective. But one thing I find about this particular lint roller is that it actually somewhat kind of ruins your fabric. What you'll find is sometimes even the threads on this one, not necessarily the best, and sometimes it actually leaves a sticky film that attracts more lint. So what I prefer is this one here.
Okay, everybody remembers this old school lint roller. That's what you lean on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was actually speaking to somebody today, and I was just like, I remember when I saw this as a kid, I thought it was something for the car. I was just like, is this a hairbrush? Like, what are we using this for?
How does this work?
Yes, but it's actually a lint brush, and it does the exact same thing, as you can see. And to remove the lint, you just take a toothbrush and you just go like this.
Nice.
And it removes it.
Good.
So very, very, very effective.
Yeah.
And this one here is also the same idea, but what it does, you can just go like this, just like what you did with the red one.
Yeah.
And when you put it back in, it actually holds in the lint.
Yes.
And you take it out, it's brand new. And then you empty out the lint.
Oh, it's
right
got
here.
the whole thing going on.
Yeah, and these are all from the dollar store.
Oh my gosh, that's the best news of all.
Yep.
Okay, thank you for that. Now, how do we prevent our clothes from sweat?
So I've worked with all different types of people, especially when you're working on set. It's the lights.
Yes.
The lights are so much, and you'll be sweating. And I've had situations where the camera was right in front of the model, and there's sweat pads. There's sweat right here.
Yeah.
So these sweat pads are amazing. This is an example of the sweat pad right inside. So it pretty much absorbs all of the sweat.
I've heard people using panty liners for that.
Yes,
And
yes.
I went through a phase where I was doing the panty liners, but because of the way they are shaped, it was always like crinkle, 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 like every time I moved.
Well, the panty liners are right in here as well, too.
Oh, you've done a couple of them together.
Oh, absolutely.
Very
and it does the job just as well.
Very good. Okay, so let's talk about stains. So you're enjoying a nice glass of red wine and oopsies.
Yes, yes.
How do we remove it?
So picture this. You're at a garden party or a wedding and you're wearing white, and all of a sudden somebody comes and spills red wine on you. Or if you're a little tipsy, you're spilling it on yourself.
Yeah, it's a bad day.
Yep. So what do? So basically, here's a little taste here.
So the
Got a
wine
little bit.
spilled.
The wine spills. Oh no, what are we gonna do? Basically, we just take a little bit of water and we dab it in here.
So is
to
it
remove
okay to rub?
Yes, you can totally rub. So this is actually a red wine stain remover. It is super effective.
Wow.
As soon as the stain happens, we just kind of spray here.
And then do you leave it, or are you going to dab that?
We're dabbing it. So we just dab, or you can even wipe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can even wipe.
Take a look at that.
Yes.
The stain is almost gone, and she did that for like
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Exactly, exactly.
Excellent.
And then when you get home, you can just drop it in the washer or the dry cleaner, and you're good to go.
So we got one last tip that you can show us,
Yes.
and it's about fashion tape. So we're used to doing fashion tape for the boobs.
Oh, yes.
Right? Taping the clothing to the boobs so they don't show.
Exactly. So, yes, there is that.
Yeah.
Also, if you're trying to hold the collar up, fashion tape is perfect. This is super essential.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to show you 2 other ways where you can show fashion tape.
Okay.
So I'm obsessed with clip-ons.
Yeah.
And I've actually been on set where the clip-on, sometimes because it's so heavy, it is fallen. So if you put a little bit...
I'm going to show them this. So she actually put tape on the clip-ons, and I've had clip-ons that are so heavy that they fall right off of my ears, because a lot of them are very heavy. We've run out of time, but that is a smart way to use fashion tape and something I've never seen before. So Janielle, thank you for your tips and tricks.
Yes.